Let's make it a good day.
Today on The Jason Show, Andy Cohen is calling out a fellow talk show host. Find out the ridiculous reason why. Then, for the rest of the hour, the one, the only, our buddy Melissa Peterman, live in the studio for most of the hour. From her new movie with Reba to a hysterical game, it is going to be a fun hour. And it starts right now. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Let's make it a good day. Good morning, America. Long show. Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Jason Show. I'm Jason. Thank you. It's Kendall, everybody. Hello, young one. Hello, friend. Hello to you. And hello. Look at the crowd today. Look at them. Great crowd. Another full house. Let's get started. It is our last live show of the year. Hi. How you doing? Great. You doing well?
I'm doing great.
It is our, it's weird to say this, It is our last live show of the year. Yeah.
Weird.
But we have the best audience to do that with. That's right. Right there. We do. Tomorrow. Now, we have a episode tomorrow. I'm actually really excited about. I think you're really going to like this. I hope it maybe will become a tradition. You see I call them family members like Kendall and Eric and Jeff, and you see them in little snippets, except for Kendall. They're in bits and jokes and stories, but you don't really ever get to hear from them. So tomorrow is just like a real kind of talk show thing. I sit down with the whole family and just have great conversations. And I don't think she's going to mind me saying this. You know, Erin Schwaberini, our audience coordinator, and more importantly, just a friend of mine, I made her cry. I made her cry.
Like Barbara Walters.
I didn't make, not like I made you cry. She told a story and she got teary. So you're going to see a softer side of Erin. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Softer side of Erin. How about Jeff? Is there a softer side of Jeff we're going to see?
Jeff was, I had a great interview with you. You're going to hear stories about Kendall that you never knew.
My rebellious
That's
you.
Right. We got to keep it on the down low. Hashtag criminal history. But anyway, yeah.
It's only a couple times.
Couple times. Anyway, I think you're really going to enjoy it. That's coming up tomorrow. But today, you just saw it in our cold open. Melissa Peterman's here. That's right. Jeff, is she here yet? Is she in the green room? She is. So we better say good things about her, Jeff, as we were saying.
Yeah.
She's the star of stage and screen. She's a literary star.
She's the belle of the ball.
She's she's won many pageants. She plays. That's right. She calls bingo on Sundays.
I think she was the prom queen.
She rescues animals. That's right. She reads to the elderly.
Yep.
She does all those things. That's right.
All of them.
She's coming up in just a little bit.
She
can
read to you.
She can read to me. I know I'm getting old. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Hey, speaking of our family, I just, I try to show appreciation as much as I can. We got it. Everybody just send love. So here's the deal. In your workplace, nobody's there. Nobody's at your workplace.
Literally.
Everybody, no matter where you work, Arby's, DQ, the mall, you work in an office, nobody's there. And that's the same way it is here at the Fox Studios. There's very few people here. Poor director Leo. He was supposed to be off all this week on vacation. I think he was at a nudist colony or something. And then, he had tickets. Right there he is. Yeah. So there's Leo with clothes on, by the way. Yes. But Leo had tickets to a nudist colony for the week. And he was called. So we had people call in sick. Leo's had to work basically half of his vacation. And he's here today. So I just want to say, Leo, take a shot of yourself with clothes on. Leo, take a shot of yourself. Leo. I just want to say, Leo, Kendall and I appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Keep your clothes on. Keep your clothes on, Leo. Please.
Or don't. If you get
Or
ratings.
take your clothes off. I don't care.
Ratings.
Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. There we go. It's time for the hot dish. Things are getting a little petty among some late night TV hosts, and you know what that means.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Oh, no, he did. Yeah. I love the drama horn. Andy Cohen, who I normally like. I like Andy. I want to be crystal Carrington clear on that. Andy Cohen from Watch What Happens Live is accusing another late night host of stealing his set. Okay. Well, this is the story. So listen to what he had to say in a new podcast interview with his friend Bruce. Take a listen.
I would argue that Watch What Happens Live has redefined what the late night talk show
I
is.
think so.
Certainly,
We've seen a lot of things that originated on your show bleed into everyone else's.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was the first bar on late night. James Corden got a bar.
Right.
James Corden wound up kind of,
Ripping off your set.
there you go.
Oh. Okay.
Who said they didn't? Yeah. Oh no, he didn't. Yeah. Here's the situation. Our executive producer Jeff has a saying that's true, especially for TV. There are no new ideas anymore.
No.
It's all, and let's take it down even further. Nobody stole the idea of a bar on late night. The bar is just a mechanism to have a sidekick. So whether it's a bar or Ellen having the late great Twitch, you know what I mean, or the chair facilitating an Ed McMahon. Andy, it's not a new idea. It's just you brought a bar, but it's just a mechanism for you to have someone to play off of. And if you're going to talk about people stealing your set in general, you have two chairs facing each other like that with a very small set around it. You know who did that before you? Tom Snyder. Tom Snyder did that on the Late Late Show. So it's not really new. And I don't mean to rag. I mean, and James Corden, you could say that about the Graham Norton show. This isn't, and let's dig down a little deeper before I go.
Please.
I'm just saying, let's take it down to the studs here. Everybody doing a show like this, doing a show like Andy, we're all doing a version of Johnny Carson's show. We're all doing a version of it.
Okay.
We're all doing it. The host comes out, you sit down, you have an Ed McMahon. You're much prettier than Ed. I'm just saying that.
Thank you.
A band, a monologue. So, Andy, I love you, but simmer down.
So back to the bar part.
Yes.
I was thinking we could do that too. So Aaron and I could just sit behind the bar. The audience loves it.
Hold on a minute. I just checked with Jeff, and that's a hard no.
Hard no.
That's a hard no.
Thought I'd just throw it out.
Andy. Oh, a thumbs up. Oh, a thumbs up.
Great.
Okay, yeah.
Daddy's credit card. Daddy's credit card stocks
I'm
the
looking
bar.
at this audience. They're hoping the bar comes today. Yeah. Those two guys right there. Andy also talked about being left out of most conversations about late night shows. He's right about that. I mean, he is. When people do mention late night shows, they do forget. And Watch What Happens Live. Now, I criticized them. I'll give him credit. Watch What Happens Live did change the game. It made Bravo celebrities. So I'm just saying, Andy gets credit where he should get it. You can download that podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And from one podcast to another, I finally got the chance to listen to an interview that former Real Housewife of New York, Carol Radziwill, did about her time on the show. Now, if you don't know Carol Radziwill, the reason she became famous was she was related to the Kennedys. She was married to a Kennedy cousin. Okay. So the host of Behind the Velvet Rope podcast asked Carol about being let go from the show after season 10 and whether the aforementioned Andy Cohen, the executive producer, or Carol's former friend Bethany Frankel were the ones that actually got her fired. Listen to what she had to say.
And then the other is that Bethany walked in and said, it's her or me.
I mean, knowing the two of them, right? I would say it's probably more the latter and not the former. I feel like, and I feel like if there was an ultimatum made, it wasn't from Andy.
Yeah. I wholeheartedly, I'm with Carol. Carol accused Andy Cohen of taking Bethany's side during her really bad last season, season 10. And Andy and the Bravo, this reunion right here, everybody, if you don't watch the show, this reunion was so hard to watch because you really did kind of see two former best friends just go after each other. It was ugly, it was dirty, it was not enjoyable. And it's well documented. I love Bethany. I've loved her since the beginning of Housewives. I've also criticized Bethany. Bethany was rude to our executive producer, Jeff, when Bethany was here in Minneapolis visiting. Yeah. She was icy. You said she was icy. Yes.
Rude. She was just a little.
And we were here. She was here in our building to promote her show, and she was icy to Jeff. Nobody but me can be icy to Jeff. Let me be clear. Yeah.
One queen.
No, Carol, looking back, this is my blanket statement. Carol's one of my all-time favorite from New York. She's classy. She was part of my favorite cast. Seasons 5 through 9 were the best of New York. And I wish her the best. And I hope she comes on our show. I love her. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Melissa Peterman coming up. We'll be right back. It's time to meet our final JVIPs of the week. First up is Jennifer Bartlett from Zimmerman. She loves how real we are on the show and says, I'm personable to the studio and at-home audience. That's right. Yeah, well, I try to be. Next up is Kim Wolfenden. I love Kim from Rochester. Kim has been a long time. Kim watches us no matter what's happening. She loves everything about the show, especially the anti-bullying and be yourself message. Jennifer, I love you, Kim. Jennifer and Kim both get a Jason Show mug and are entered to win the monthly grand prize. That includes coming to the studio in person. They get a $150 accessories gift card to Becker Furniture World, a $200 gift card from Woodhouse Spa, and Melissa Peterman will come to your house to make macaroni and cheese. That's right. Sorry about that. Yes. More dish for you now. Helping me serve it up is the host of the Hollywood Raw podcast. Joining me live from LA, it's Dax Holt, everyone. Hi, buddy.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
Okay. I know we're going to get your interview, but just a couple congratulations. First, I'm loving the hair. I'm loving the facial hair. We need to keep you look fantastic. Number two, what's old is new again. Did I see you on TMZ again yesterday?
I did. I went back to co-host with Harvey for TMZ Live. Charles was out this week, and they said, you know what? Dax, do you mind coming back and filling in? And it was like riding a bike, Jason. I didn't even skip a beat.
I don't often get to watch. I did, and it really did. It made me so happy you did. Well, obviously you do a good job, but it was good to see you back in your old stomping grounds.
Well, thank you. It was really fun. It was fun. My only complaint was that because it's this weird week between Christmas and New Year's, and it's like funky and news, and everyone's off, there was no one there. So all of my old friends, everyone that I know, there was nobody at the office. It was like me, Harvey, and a couple camera people, and that was about it.
Believe me, I get you. Okay, let's talk about your year in review. You made a list of the best interviews of the year, and we're going to start with the late Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, this was interesting. So, we've never really done one of these hey, let's look back at our year. And we decided to do it this year. And we've had a huge year, starting with Gilbert Gottfried. And, we had him on, which was interesting because we had him on to talk about Bob Saget's death. He literally came on the morning that, Bob had passed away and to talk with us and talked all about him, honored his life and his comedy career and all this. And then a couple, weeks later, Gilbert passed away. And it was so weird for us to have this moment of he's on here talking about someone else, and now we're doing an episode talking about him.
Yeah, I listened to that episode. It was a really good interview, by the way, Dax.
Thank you.
Next, come and knock on our door, Suzanne Summers.
Yeah, so I had almost forgotten that we had this interview. It was so big for us too, but we had Suzanne Summers on, a legend. So we went back, looked back at this episode. You remember, we made a lot of news because she told us that she made almost $300 million off the Thigh Master throughout.
I remember that. Yes.
Yes. Like, and she said it like so like nonchalant. Like she was like, "Oh yeah, I've sold this many at about what was it, $20 a piece," and I started adding up the numbers like. That's $300 million. And she just kind of like smirked. And she's like, yeah, no one's ever asked me before. And we asked her, and this like broke so much news across the internet. Everyone loved this story.
And one more Ashley Parker Angel for us, all of us boy band fans.
So this was a big deal because we had already had on the O-Town guys previously on the podcast. Talked to them all about Ashley and just kind of how things kind of fell apart with the band. And then so we're like, oh, we'd really love to have Ashley. Ashley came on. He was phenomenal. And he said this was the first time he has ever spoken about the split from O-Town and the decisions that he made behind that, why the bad blood between him and some of the members in the band, and just really opened up to us about everything. And afterwards he was like, I'm really glad I did this on the Hollywood Raw podcast. You guys have been lovely. But that also made a ton of headlines around the world because he'd never spoken about it.
Well, and congratulations to you ending the year in the top 5 of entertainment podcasts. You deserve it, my friend.
Thank you, Jason. I really appreciate it. And honestly, so many people reach out from Minnesota that listen to the podcast.
Yes!
And that is because of you.
We support
honestly.
you. Thanks, buddy.
Because
Happy
of
New
you.
Year. Get my best of the family. You can find the
Thanks.
Hollywood Raw podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Well, next up, it wouldn't be the holiday season without a visit from one of our favorites. That's right. She's better than Santa. Melissa Peterman is back in Minnesota just weeks after she starred in a TV movie with the Christmas movie queen, Lacey Chabert. Take a look.
It's 5:23. We agreed on 4.
We did say around 4.
Is 5:23 around 4?
That is Melissa and Lacey in Haul Out the Holly. Please welcome back to the show, Melissa Peterman! Did you? And Jeff gave you walk-up music.
It was really thrilling.
Yeah, you have my surround. You have a graphic too.
I've got a graphic walk-up music. This year is gonna be great. 2023.
It's your year.
It's my year.
Hi, Frank. How you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, can I touch you?
Yeah, you can, please.
Okay, that's really soft.
It's real soft.
I like a good soft sweater. Is this new?
No, it's real old.
Oh,
real old.
It's very.
I keep a lot of clothes here in Minnesota, and then I forget about them, and then you get here and it feels brand new.
I know.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
It's so exciting. Oh gosh, these ornaments are very large.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and that's not the only thing I heard.
What?
That you were afraid of a certain Christmas present that I received.
Oh.
Speaking of large things.
Please tell me it's not here.
What are you talking about?
That weird giant human teddy bear thing.
Oh yeah, you mean, so photographer Eric gave all the staff presents, and the present he gave to me was a body pillow, a teddy bear body pillow. Here it is, Melissa.
Okay, no.
There we go.
Okay, don't clap for this. Don't clap. Okay, what's so upsetting about it, I don't know if it's like the proportions or the fact that I feel like if you said his name 3 times, he'd come alive and murder us. And why is he only wearing socks? And I don't.
No, he has underpants.
I know.
Yeah.
I just feel like this is awful. Does anyone else hear him talking? He's saying stuff right now.
We'll just put him back.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So I can just feel his presence
He's
behind
back
me.
there.
If any of you see some sort of stuffed hand
Come up
reaching over
Yeah.
and clutching me, it's going to be him. What's his name?
His name?
Yeah.
I don't know, but Eric gave it to me. Yeah.
What should we name him?
I know. I don't.
I feel like it's Clark or Dwayne.
Clark.
It's Clark the bear. And
I love human names for animals.
Yeah, it's Clark. Okay.
Let's talk about Haul Out the Holly. You
Yes.
know this. We are a Christmas movie-loving show.
Good.
Producer Ted reviews all of them. What was it? Okay, we have heard that this is like a factory. Like Hallmark, girl, they are not messing around. Is that true?
I mean, I feel like, I wouldn't even say factory, but they definitely have a formula.
Yeah.
They have a schedule. I think most of their Christmas movies are made in 15 days. I believe that's sort of the thing. What was lovely is, and they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? They've got that part down. But yeah, and I have to say, like Lacey Chabert being like the queen of Christmas, the queen of Hallmark, and we met doing Baby Daddy years ago, and she was a recurring character, and I just loved her. But she leads with such fun and grace and makes it great for everybody. So it goes fast, but it was so much fun.
Where did you film that one?
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Really?
It was 106 degrees.
No, it was not.
Yes. And I remember I'm in the fitting. I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be fun if my character, she just had fake furs, big giant fake fur collars. Cut to, we're shooting outside most of the time. It's 106 degrees. I mean, and you know, when they were shooting the fake snow, you could hear it sizzle on the ground. That's how hot it was. So it's August.
Leo, can we put up the VO again? I want to just see. Put up some VO of the movie again, because now when we're watching it, now all we're gonna think about is how hot you were.
You're gonna hear this.
Like right now, are you all burning up?
Yeah, why is there sweat rolling down my Spanx? Why am I wearing Spanx, Melissa? You're in a fur coat. It's 1,000 degrees. Is this a heat rash? That's what's happening in my head.
That's what's happening?
Yeah.
What was the plot of this one? Remind me.
Basically, it's a neighborhood, Evergreen Lane, that takes, it's that neighborhood that we all kind of know that takes Christmas serious. And they have an HOA that, you know, you have to do certain things for Christmas. And Lacey, it's her parents that are usually in charge of it, but this year, she's in charge of making sure that she, you know, keeps up the rules with the HOA and does it. And so we take, my character's Pamela, kind of like my mom, Pamela, who has like, you know, 18 different Christmas trees, does it all up. And I'm wound tight. I take it seriously. I don't make plans the day of the cookie contest. I don't know what kind of emotional state I'll be in. You'll see that she loosens me up a bit.
A little bit.
And it was really funny. And they let us.
Ted liked it. Ted gave it a great review.
Good, thank you, Ted.
Aaron liked it.
Thank you. People really seemed to like it, and Hallmark was kind of going for a little bit of comedy too, which was.
Are these your Tiny Mike review? Your Tiny Mike interviews?
I started a new show off the set between shooting called Tiny Mike Big Voices, which I would love to book you on.
I would love to be on it. Yeah.
And I just do Tiny Mike Big Voices. I interviewed Lacey, Stephen Tobolowsky, Ellen Travolta.
How's Ellen?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Please tell me she's delightful.
She's delightful.
Y'all, it's John Travolta's
John
mom.
Travolta's like older sister. You know her
older
from
sister,
Grease.
not mom. Yeah.
Grease, Happy Days, Joni Loves Chachi. She just turned 83. She is funny as can be. I just want to be here when I grow up. My first thing was she was sitting there and I was fangirling, and she was sitting there and she asked somebody to get her a cup of coffee, or she was like, where can I get a cup of coffee? I go, Ellen Travolta, I'm going to get you that coffee because you're a GD treasure. And I don't even know if I could say GD.
You can. I mean, you can say GD. That's fine. Yeah.
And we've been friends. We email, and I think sometimes she'll email me to say, go pick up your phone. Like, Melissa, I'm going to call, so get ready to get your phone ready. She's just, I love her.
It. More with Melissa. And by the way, Haul Out the Holly airs again on New Year's Day on the Hallmark Channel. Melissa's sticking around for the hour.
I'm not leaving.
You're not leaving.
Unless Clark takes over.
Maybe. We're going to talk about her new movie with Reba.
Yes.
When we come back in a moment. Stay with us. Coming up, more with our special guest, Melissa Peterman. We're going to be playing a hysterical game, and we'll try to get through it without laughing. Plus, more behind-the-scenes stories and more when we return. Let's do it.
Peter and I go all the time.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
If you want to go, we're going to get Jeff too. Welcome back. Melissa and I are just talking about our travel plans.
Yes.
Yeah. We were just talking about our travel plans. We got to go to Vegas.
We're going to go to Vegas.
We're going to go to Vegas.
Sure.
We'll bring Jeff with us.
Mm-hmm.
It's been nearly 16 years since Wow, does that?
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. It's been nearly 16 years since the sitcom Reba ended its 6-year run. But next weekend, Reba and her friend and co-star Melissa Peterman are back together in a new TV movie. Look at this.
Autopsy for Judge Brewer just came back. Looks like he was murdered.
Jacob?
Whoever killed Judge Brewer might go after you.
I can take care of myself.
You're putting your family at risk.
You're a loose cannon. I'd be careful ruffling too many feathers.
Show yourself. I know you're out there. I may be new, but trust this. I'll do everything I can for the truth. Would you say I'm a loose cannon? No.
At least not to your face.
Show your face. I know
Look
you're
at
out there.
The Hammer is based on a true story of a traveling judge in Nevada. It airs next. You're all over the place. Next Saturday, January 7th on Lifetime. Okay, before we applaud you, you know what I'm going to say.
What?
This is the eternal joke now with you, with our staff, with Jeff and I. The last time Melissa was here, Melissa was on the set like this. We did basically a whole hour. We had a great time. Melissa gets off the set. We go into our post-production meeting, which we never have, but we did that day. And Jeff goes, oh, look, Melissa's trending right, or there's news popping up about Melissa. It was announced that Reba and Melissa were reuniting 5 minutes after Melissa walked off our show. And
we could have broken here.
We could have broken here.
Of all of this is where I would have liked to have broken it, right here with you.
But all kidding aside, how did this come about?
Well, you know, she did a Lifetime Christmas movie for them, I think last year, that was a huge hit. And of course, once you work with Reba, they want to work with her again. And they brought, and I think she, you know, met this judge whose story is fascinating. Like, she's kind of the no BS judge that kind of travels from, you know, different towns all over. Loved her story, wanted to do it. And I'm pretty sure it was Miss McIntyre who said, I want Melissa Peterman to play my sister. And I was like, absolutely.
Melissa, not only are you Reba's sister, but correct me if I'm wrong, you play a brothel owner.
Yes, I do. I do.
So my question to you is, what type of research did you do to create this role?
Those are. Don't judge me, Jason.
No judging.
I just dig deep. I just sort of sense memoried it, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I just went back to my Fargo days where I was hooker number 2.
That's right. Yeah. Did you visit a brothel or?
No, but I have to give it up. Our crew was so amazing in Vancouver, and they create the set that they created for me looks like I'm in the desert in Nevada with like these trailers. That was my brothel. Why am I blanking on the name of it? It's such a great name. Oh shoot!
The brothel name?
Yes, it's so good. Dang it, I'm old.
Cupcake Inn.
It's something like that.
The
Happy Wanderer. I don't know. I can't remember. Cat Place. I don't know. It's something. Anyway.
Kitty Cat Lounge.
Kitty Cat Lounge. Let's say it's that. But yeah, they showed it, and it was so much fun to do. And I love playing her. She's a little bit, you know, having my sister be a judge, because Reba plays a judge who's the hammer, because she lets what is it? The saying that, you know, put the hammer down.
Lets the hammer down. Brings the hammer down.
And I'm her sister on the other side of the law a little bit.
You know this. Every set has a feel to it. Has you know, whether it's young Sheldon. What kind of feeling does Reba create on a set? You know what I mean by that.
I do know exactly what you know, because Clark's ruining the vibe on this set, just to put it out there.
I know, the bear behind you.
The bear behind you. She leads with, it's going to be, everyone will be treated well, it's fun. She works very hard. Like, it's sort of that thing where she brings it and she's going to work hard, but she's going to have fun, and she's going to make sure you all do too.
There she is, look at her.
I mean, she's the
Reba.
queen. Oh, and we had so much fun, because basically, we were in Vancouver for 2 weeks, all of us together, and that's Rex.
Her boyfriend,
right? Rex, who I adore, and it was kind of like summer camp that we all just had 2 weeks to like hang out and be together. And so there's us on set. My eyes are shut. Why are my eyes shut?
Why are your eyes shut on that one?
Know.
It's a great photo, Melissa.
It's a great photo. I picked that photo.
Yeah.
And there she is. And we just had a blast. And we had dinners together. We watched movies at night. We ran lines together. And
that's a great picture of you too.
Isn't it great? It just felt like old times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rex is in the movie, right?
Rex is in the movie, and he is such a phenomenal actor to be around. Like, I mean, you know, he's the guy that he's been in everything. He's Better Call Saul. You see him in every show or movie. He's just such a great character actor, but he's got such a great work ethic too. So he would run lines with us and like make sure we were ready, and it was really fun.
When I think of Rex, other than his roles, Melissa, I've told this story in a couple. Melissa was nice enough to put in front of Reba and Rex my biscuits. And Rex loved them and was very nice, and Reba was too, but Rex, it was just very nice. So when I think of him, he was very generous because he liked the biscuits, so yeah.
He didn't like them, he loved them.
Yeah.
And don't downplay Reba's love for them. She was she adored them. And when she, for the first time ever, I think she got very sick and had to miss a concert, which she never does, and I was like gonna send her biscuits because she was shooting.
Yeah.
And by the way, she was Albuquerque. Anyway, she loves them.
I love,
She loves them. And they're amazing.
She put them in front of her, so I was always very grateful for that.
I did say that I made them. Was that weird?
That's not weird at all, though. Okay, we have 30 seconds in this segment, so we just want to double check before we move on.
Yeah.
Is there any news you would like to break? Is there any? Are you getting back? Are you and Reba hitting for a tour, like a folk band tour, or is Reba coming back? The show, anything?
Our new duet drops on Tuesday.
Perfect.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay.
We're gonna redo "Does He Love You?" Me and her together.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a smash hit. I'm just saying it out loud, and nobody can prove it's not happening.
Exactly. The Hammer airs next Saturday, January 7th on Lifetime. More with Melissa when we come back. Back in a moment. I think the game, we're going to do a game. Oh, God. Brothel owner Melissa Peterman.
That's right. Why can't I remember the name?
Yeah. What would the name of your brothel be?
It's right at the tip of my tongue, and I
Did you try looking up here? We can't find it?
Pictures of it on the set.
Wait, how did you Google Melissa? Did you Google Melissa Peterman's brothel?
Oh,
Wouldn't that be funny if it came up?
If it did come up.
Oh my God! I just remembered something. So we had a meeting. This is proof that we're friends because we planned. Anyway, Jeff and I were in the office. We were in the office talking about this show. I'm so glad I remember this. You're gonna love this. We're in the production office. And we're talking, and Jeff is doing the show. Ted's off this week, so it's just us. And we're in the office, and we're planning the show. So we're spitballing ideas, and obviously we're real friends with Melissa, so it's an easy, fun show to do. He's like, oh, let's do a game, da-da-da-da-da. And he goes, well, let's Google Melissa to see if any ideas, like something generates an idea for a game. You know how Google has a list of questions that automatically populate when you Google someone?
Yes.
Do you know what your first question is?
No, I don't want to know.
The first question is, what happened to Melissa Peterman? That's literally no, but like hell. So people are like thought that you died or you like went off to France.
And it turned out I just got bangs?
I know. Literally, Jeff and I died laughing. It was like what happened to Melissa? The second one are Melissa and Reba real friends? It was the funniest collection, but the first one was
the third one. Why does she always look so tired? I don't know. Oh my gosh, that's unfortunate.
No, it was hysterical because it was mainly about did she pass away? Did she? Yeah, it was.
I wanted to be like, how does she look so young or something like that?
Yeah, I know. Well,
thank you.
If you put my name in, the first one is he gay? I'm seriously.
Well, okay.
Yes, just FYI, yeah.
I do have a little quick present. Can I give it to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
I know because I didn't see you before Christmas, but
Melissa gives the best gifts. Like last year, she gave me a Dallas LP framed.
Yes, but here you go. On that vein, have yourself a very Larry Christmas.
It's a Larry Hagman candle! Oh my God. Look at Larry. Oh my God. Have you ever worked with anybody from Dallas?
No, I want to.
Hey, don't laugh at that question.
That's it. Well, apparently I'm a 98 because they're wondering what happened to me. Maybe I played their kid on Dallas. Who knows? And it smells like him. It smells like cash in Texas.
It does.
Yes.
And bourbon.
And bourbon.
And bourbon.
And
oh
betrayal.
God. This is going. I have my Melissa gave me an album last year, and this is going next to it. How are the game shows going?
They're going great. I love playing 25 Words or Less. I love playing Pictionary. I loved hosting Person, Place, or Thing.
Is it coming back?
We are waiting to hear still, and so.
Stephen Brown.
Stephen, tell us.
Stephen.
I know. Tell us.
Stephen's our big boss at
and
Fox.
We love him, and he's one of the nicest guys ever. So we're just waiting to hear if it gets picked up. I love doing it. I love game shows. You know that, and you love them.
Oh, I love game shows. You did, and I'm not. I say this a lot, but I really do. I'm not just saying this because you're my friend. I would just not say anything.
Right.
I would just be like, okay, let's go to the next one.
Yeah,
no, I would just move on to the next topic. You were born to host a game show.
Oh, thank you.
You did a very, because people think it's easy. It's really, people think it's easy, and it's really not. You got to keep the energy going, and you got to you'd be on top of your game, and you got to play ping pong. When if a contestant says something funny, you got to react. You have all the skills.
Oh, well, thank you. I really hope it gets picked up, and if it doesn't, I'll just keep playing every game show that they ask me to come on.
And as you should. Young Sheldon, because she's on that too. See, Google, she's everywhere.
Google, I'm working.
She's working.
I've got a pulse. I'm alive.
Young Sheldon airs Thursdays on CBS. 25 Words or Less airs afternoons on Fox 9 Plus here locally, and early afternoon on Fox 13 in Seattle. Hi, Seattle friends. We're playing our own game, and we're very worried that one of us will cuss. Let's just say that. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Melissa Peterman.
I know.
Tell the people.
Okay, so during the commercial, I just remembered I have worked with somebody from Dallas because Patrick Duffy did an episode of Reba.
Yes.
And they were like a kind of a love interest, and he could not have been nicer. It was so handsome. So yes,
You worked with Bobby Ewing.
I worked with Bobby Ewing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes. Okay. This is Melissa Peterman, by the way. Yes. Every time Melissa's on the show, we have to play a game with her. That's why we were on the Google.
Whatever happened to her.
Whatever happened to Melissa Peterman.
Whatever happened to her.
So we're going to play a game. Let's do it. Roll it, Leo. It's game time. Here we go. So today's game is inspired by the Twitter handle Terrible Maps. Recently, they tweeted out a list of the most lewd-sounding town names in each state. So our Jason Show research team compiled a list of crazy-sounding perverted town names. And Melissa has to decide if it's a real town or Jeff just made it up. Okay? Are you ready?
Yes, I minored in perverted town names.
Okay. I'm so excited for this one.
Let's go.
Keister, Minnesota. Real or fake?
That's real.
That is real. Have you been there?
Been there. I've got a vacation home there.
Wankers Corner, Oregon.
As opposed to the Wankers Corner, Montana.
Yes.
I'm going to say, unfortunately, yes.
It's real.
Oh, no! I mean,
Can you imagine? I know where you go ahead. Hey, Melissa, where do you live?
Oh, Wankers Corner, you know. I mean, do you get postcards like, wish you were here?
Okay. Rough and Ready, California.
How is rough and spelled?
Right there. Oh, we just had it. R-O-U-G-H.
Rough and ready. Yeah, no, it's not.
It's real.
Dang it!
It's real.
That was kind of cute. I'd like to
I
live
like
there.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Sexy Time, Texas.
Isn't that just another name for Austin?
Yeah.
I'm going to say no.
You're right. It's fake. Jeff made it up. Jeff made it up.
I'm clapping for myself. Good job, Melissa.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Tell me. Lay it on me.
Spread Eagle, Wisconsin.
Now, I just want to go to that city council meeting.
Can I go with you?
Please come with me. I just want to see them planning their Arbor Day parade. I believe if it's not, I'd like to found it. It's real.
It's real.
It's
real.
Where is it?
We don't know. Let's find.
Spread Eagle,
Let's
Wisconsin?
Google where's Melissa Peterman, and then, yeah. Okay, here we go.
Spread Eagle, Wisconsin.
You ready?
I'm already designing the T-shirt. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. Yes.
Hump Tulips, Washington.
What did tulips ever do to them?
Hump
Tulips?
Hump Tulips.
I mean, it's so weird. I mean, although Jeff,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's true.
It's real.
No!
Yes.
Hump
Okay.
tulips?
Yeah.
Is there a lot of flowers?
I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
We gotta ask our Seattle. Email us. We don't know.
Tell us.
Hot Lips Hawaii.
Oh. And that's where Loretta Swit lives.
Thank you. MASH reference, $200.
MASH reference, thank
MASH
you.
reference.
Yes, it's true.
It's fake.
Oh,
Jeff
no.
made it up.
I want to live there.
Well, maybe you want to live here.
Okay.
Three-way Arizona.
No. First of all, it's too hot in Arizona for more than one person. I mean, it's just the heat index would make that impossible. I'm gonna say no way.
Okay. Bone Steel.
Wait, is it real?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's real.
No!
Yes! Okay.
You can't even have your parents visit you if you live there.
No! Bone Steel, South Dakota.
Well, that's real.
Yes.
Yeah, that's real.
Can I do one more, please? Jeff, let me do the next one, please.
Yes, I want to hear it.
Dry Prong, Louisiana.
Dry prong. Oh, yes, it's real.
It's real.
It's real.
It's real. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Kids, catch Melissa's Lifetime movie, The Hammer, next Saturday. She plays a brothel owner, January 7th. Follow her on social media. Please follow her on Google so Google realizes that she's alive.
Please realize I'm alive.
That's
Yes.
right. At Melissa Peterman. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Melissa Peterman. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Three-way. Oh, and here's the other ones. Welcome back. Back with my main squeeze. It's time for the world's shortest segment. Today, a message we received on the Jason Show Facebook page. Kathy sent us this picture saying, my daughter gave me a very special gift for Christmas, an ornament from a photo taken at your Rosedale show. How cool is that? Kathy said she gave her daughter a Jason Show mug as well. Thank you, sweetheart. She's beautiful. I love her glasses. Well, Happy New Year. We're going to take a break. We're going to wrap things up for the year almost when we return. Back in a moment. You were watching. How great is Melissa?
She's so funny. She's so quick. Like everything.
No matter what you throw at her, that's why I call it ping pong. She's just a great guest and a great friend. She's hysterical. I mean,
like Three-Way Arizona was
Three-Way. Oh, we did find out. What was it called?
Spread Eagle.
Spread Eagle, Wisconsin. It's the very top of Wisconsin. And we're gonna send photographer Eric there for a little story. We're gonna go check that out in the new year. That's right. Hey, I mentioned this at the very top of the show. Tomorrow we're not live, but it is a brand new show. I think you're gonna like it. I'm sitting down with the whole Jason Show family, and you're gonna get to know them a little bit better, including this one. I'm sitting down with Kendall and Ted and Jeff and Stephanie and Aaron Schwab for some funny and eye-opening conversations. No, it's not that eye-opening, but it's funny.
It's revelatory.
It's revelatory, that's right. You'll see why. That's tomorrow, but since this is the last live show, I just want to say Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you have a great one. Thanks to this audience. If you want to come see us in the new year, we will have new shows with Kendall on January 9th. Go to eventbrite.com for tickets. That's going to do it for us. Go out there and be yourself in the new year. No one can tell you you're doing it wrong. Bye, everybody.